What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What is going on? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 9, Episode 8. What's going on, y'all? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, y'all. I had to get, I was up all night last night talking about that crappy, trashy ass interview that, Martell and Ariana did last night. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get up here, go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get to see Love and Marriage Huntsville until I got off of work today. And when I got off work around 1, I got off, fixing some food, looked at the show, went to sleep. And then I just woke up from my nap, and now we're here, y'all. So yes, we are. And where is everybody? This ain't normally the way a Love and Marriage Huntsville review goes. Where is everybody, honey? Okay. But anyway, before we get into the show, what we're gonna do is and let you guys know what we got coming up. Okay, now tonight is Sunday, which means that which means that tonight is the Real Housewives of Potomac. So make sure you guys tune in for my review. Y'all know I go live right after the show, so make sure you guys tune in for that. And then we're gonna do Married to Medicine on tomorrow. Afternoon when I get off of work, and not only will we do that tomorrow, but we will also be doing the Whether You Like It or Not panel, honey, which would be on instead of giving you the Real Tease platform like it normally would be, is going to be on Cortez's platform. So make sure you guys tune in. We'll be celebrating his birthday and all them things on Monday. And then on Tuesday, the only video that you're going to get on Tuesday is probably Love and Hip Hop Miami, if there's nothing else to talk about, because Beverly Hills won't be coming on Tuesday. And we're trying to figure out how we're going to do roast review on Wednesday. We just realized that on Wednesday it is Christmas Day. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to do this. Are we going to push it to Tuesday, or are we going to do it on Thursday? We're trying to figure it out right now. Probably after I get done with this review, I'm going to talk to T, because he's the one that's hosting it this week. So we're gonna figure out which day it is. We'll let you know if it's Tuesday, because we know damn well it ain't gonna be Wednesday. Ain't nobody trying to get in front of no camera on Christmas Day to do no damn roast review. No one is. And we're gonna figure it out, okay? So with that being said, that's pretty much all that we got for the church announcements and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get into the mess, y'all. Y'all already know how we get down over here. So we're about to go ahead and get into the review. Let me go ahead and pull my notes out. And I see that Miss Wanda is live. That's probably where everybody is. But let me pull my notes out. Where my notes at? Okay, here go my notes right here. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So we pick up where we left off last week, with everybody being at Trisha and Ken's house for Xavier's party, right? And here's my thing. I think a couple of folks kind of misread what I said when it came down to Ken, or just don't understand what I said when it came down to Ken, or my favorite, they just don't want to understand and ain't trying to understand what the fuck I said when it came down to Ken. What I said was, there's nothing wrong with Ken stepping up and doing for the children. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him stepping up doing stuff for the kids. I mean, when you are marrying or dating a woman, and you're trying to marry the woman, and she come with children, the children comes with the woman. It's a package deal. So for any man, if you're talking to a woman that already got kids, your best bet is to step in and be there for the children as well. Ain't nothing wrong with him doing that. But what I got a problem with is him disrespecting him. And what I got a problem with is him trying to erase him. Now, as much as I think that Marquez is, as much as I believe that Marquez is a damn deadbeat who left his own damn kids and want to be mad at the world because he chose to make that damn decision, I feel as though that speech that he made was very disrespectful to Marquez. You could have still acknowledged him as the father. At least he was at the damn shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's absentee. Yeah, he don't really do what he's supposed to do. but you don't have to try to embarrass him in front of a group of people, in front of some people that he probably don't even know. And I just feel like he uses his muscle and his swag or whatever it is that Ken got to his advantage, because I guess he feel like, you know, Marquez ain't nothing but a little ass nigga who ain't gonna do shit or whatever. And you know, that's the way that Marquez present himself. He present himself as a weak ass nigga, and I guess that's what Ken sees him as. But it doesn't matter how you see him, it doesn't make it right that you're disrespecting Marquez in his position as a father. As I said, I barely feel sorry for Marquez because he don't do for his fucking kids. He the one who chose not to be there. But Ken don't have the right to disrespect him and try to make it seem like he doesn't exist. That's my whole point. So then after the whole speech, Mel and Maurice was sitting at the table, and then Mel confronted Maurice about the DUI, right? And as she's saying something to him about how, you know, she felt that it was distasteful when he got out of jail and everybody was hollering out, you know, free Reese, all that other stuff. Everybody was hollering out when he got out of jail. I guess she felt in so many words that he didn't show enough remorse for what he did, as far as, you know, getting into the accident when he could have hurt someone as well as himself. You feel what I mean? So I guess that is what the people was feeling, right? So he gets defensive. And honestly, I'm not really upset about him being defensive, because it's one thing that you're confronting me about what I did with this whole drinking and driving shit. Now, ain't nobody wrong for having no opinion on him. There's no one in this world that's wrong for having an opinion about how he chose to move with this whole DUI thing and what he chose to do and how he presented himself. Ain't nobody wrong for having an opinion on that. I just feel like you don't give a fuck about me. I feel like you don't care nothing about me, and you only want to use this moment to tear me the fuck down at this fucking moment. You don't give a fuck about me. So why are you confronting me? And why are you taking out this time to be condescending and shit like that? And that was the motherfucking issue that I was having with this whole thing. I felt like Mel was completely condescending, as she has been on this entire episode. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like I forgot something. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick, because I forgot. I think because I've been asleep, that is the reason why I forgot to mention something. But since we here, let me go on and mention it. Where we at? Where it's at, y'all?
I know some of you motherfuckers, when it come to this goddamn Real Housewives, you act like you know these bitches. But let me tell you one thing, we not gonna do that this season. You will get motherfucking blocked with the realness. You can have your opinion about these hoes, but don't come at me about mine. It's a fucking opinion about some bitches that you or I don't fucking know. The only difference is I'm getting paid to do this review. You ain't. So mind your motherfucking marbles, bitches, because some of you hoes, when it comes to these Real Housewives, are fucking psycho. Just getting that shit out in the open before we even start this season, because I have never reviewed a show where bitches is more fucking retarded over some bitches that they don't fucking know in my life.
I just had to put that out there as I continued on. But anyway, she was very condescending. And that is one of the things that I cannot stand about her. And I believe that is the reason why he got defensive. It's not more of a reason that he got defensive because it was Mel who was saying something to him. I think it was more so that she was very condescending when she said what she said to him. You know what I mean? And I just felt like he felt like she was attacking his character, but she don't think that she was attacking him. And all that. So I don't know if it was I don't really think that it was, you know, she's attacking my character. I don't really believe that she was really attacking his character like that. But what I do think was she took out the moment to stick it to him because of how she feels about drunk driving, understood. But she was also being condescending as fuck, and she knew what the hell she was doing when she was doing that. And I don't care how nobody feels about that. She definitely was. Let's see. So then Marquez comes over to the table with everybody else. And he wants to start talking to this group. Now he's coming over there to speak his mind about Trisha and how he feels Trisha and Ken are doing him. And this is a group of people that he don't even know. So, Marquez been walking around this whole party acting all weird and shit. That's number one. He been acting weird the whole fucking party, and he's willing to talk to anybody that will listen about his feelings about Ken and Latricia and the things that they're doing. So as he's getting ready to talk about it again, that's when Xavier, his son, comes over and pulls him away from the group and stops him from talking to the damn group. And he was pretty much saying, "Look, why are you doing this? But like, why are you even? Let's not do this today." You know what I mean? Because why are you talking about his mama at a party that's for him? If you're going to have that conversation about how you feel about Trisha, how you feel about Ken, why don't you have that conversation at another time, at another place? Having it at the graduation party really ain't the right place to have this conversation. And that's just the truth. I know you on, your damage control and you trying to talk to anybody who would listen so somebody can hear your story. But I just feel like that just wasn't the time, nor was it the damn place for you to do that. But that's just me though. I mean, what do I know? So where we at? So then after that, Ken decides to pull Ken decides to pull Marquez to the side, and he starts it off by saying he don't have no beef with Marquez, but you act like you got a beef with Marquez. You took out this entire, thing to try to shade him and embarrass him and really try to sun him this whole situation. Like, that's what you was doing this whole party. So let's not say I don't have a problem with you, because it's clear that you got a problem with him. That's very motherfucking clear that you got a goddamn issue with this man. Okay, it's plain as day that you got a problem with him. So let's not do that. He said, "I'm not here to give you no problems. I'm here to assist you in this whole situation. I'm here to assist. I'm here to help you with the kids." I felt like that was even condescending. What the fuck you mean you here to assist me? I feel like everybody is trying to protect their stance. Ken trying to protect his stance as a man. I feel like, Marquez trying to protect his stance as a man, and Latricia just sitting back there watching with the lock jaw. You feel what I'm saying? I just feel like, what the fuck? So all this stuff, Ken, you talking about you ain't got no problem with him, but you just tried to embarrass him when you made that speech. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. So it's just like, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, everybody's being childish. Everybody's being high school in this situation. Nobody's mature at all. He blamed Marquez, says, "But we don't talk. How are you here to assist me, or how are you here to be cool? And we don't even talk." And Ken says, "You know what? You want to know why we don't talk? It's your fault that we don't talk." And is it really his fault that y'all don't talk? I think that everybody plays a part in why there's no communication. I feel like Ken oversteps his bounds. I feel like Marquez is mad with Ken for doing the things that he's supposed to do. That's what I think. I think that everybody plays a part in this whole thing. Because like I keep saying, everybody's being childish. Everybody's doing the most. Everybody trying so hard to prove a motherfucking point. That is my issue with everybody. It's just like, please. You feel what I'm saying? Ken feels like he doesn't owe Marquez a thing. He doesn't care about, he doesn't think that he owes Marquez nothing. In a sense, you would think that he don't owe him nothing. In a sense, it's like, why do I owe you anything when I'm doing your job? You feel what I'm saying? So I kind of get that part of the situation, but to me, it's kind of like, those are still his kids, and I get that you have your own relationship with the kids, but those are still Marquez's kids at the same time. But I just don't know. I feel like Marquez is pointing the finger, and I believe Ken is just doing shit just to pat himself on the back. But that's just me. Trisha walks over as they're having a conversation, and Trisha says that she wants peace. If you want peace, then you will step in and try to make sure that they have the peace, in my opinion. Mel thinks that Trisha's still in love with Marquez because he triggers her so much. How rich? So we get into Letitia, Kimmy, and Trisha, okay? They go out to lunch, and Kimmy says that Trish was in rare form, honey. And Trish says that she was triggered by just about everybody. She was saying that Trish said that Mel questioned her about Martell and then grilled her about what happened with Maurice the day that he got into the accident. Now, she feels like, she claims that she don't give a fuck about Martell. She claims that she don't care about Martell. But the way that she sat up here and pretty much decided that she was going to, put me on trial about what actually happened between me and Martell about 4-5 years ago or whatever, I feel like she cares more than what she lets on. And in so many words, I mean, people could say that this is like a Evelyn Lozada and Tammy type of situation. And what I mean by that is you coming into my friend group, you going on trips with me, you coming into this show, you had a past with my ex-husband, and it's possibly a past that you had with him when I was still married to him or when we was going through our shit. So you best to tell me what really went down between you and my ex-husband around when y'all was, fooling around. So it's common courtesy to let me know what happened and what went down or whatnot when you was talking to my ex-husband. You know what I mean? Like maybe you should tell me. But I really don't think that she cares too much. I don't think that Mel really cares about that. I just felt like, she just wanted to bring Trisha on camera and embarrass her ass. And that's exactly what she did. Because I don't really think she cares that much because, she done moved on with her life and God said go and she don't give a fuck. But I guess she did that, to prove, to prove some kind of point. So, let's see. Letitia says that Mel insinuated that it was way more to the situation with Maurice as far as like the lipstick on his lip and shit like that, And Kimmy was basically saying that Mel isn't genuine when it comes down to Maurice. And she's not genuine when it comes down to Maurice. She don't give a fuck about Maurice. She already said she don't want to be, affiliated with y'all. She already said she don't want her name next to y'all's. So she don't give a fuck about Maurice. It's nothing genuine about any questions or any conversations that she's having about Maurice. She's having a good ass time, talking shit about Maurice and him going through what he going through because in turn she feels like when she was going through her shit, everybody laughed at her, so now she getting her get back. That's all this shit is. So no, there is no genuine nature in these conversations. Let's see. Kimmy says that her plight is to find out if someone else is cheating. And yes, I do feel like she's on a rampage to find out if anyone is cheating. You feel what I'm saying? That has been her plight for a minute now, and I just really feel like instead of pussyfooting around the situation and instead of being passive aggressive and condescending about this whole situation, if you want to huff puff and blow somebody else's house down, then go right ahead and blow somebody else's house down. Just go ahead and do it. Stop being condescending. Stop being passive aggressive and just say what the fuck is on your mind. If you know something, just go ahead and say that. And let me just say this because I keep on hearing people say that when anything happens in her life, they always discuss her or they've been discussing her situation with Martell for many years. Let me just go ahead and say this. Everybody's on a reality show, right? Everybody's on a reality show. And my thing is this, when Mel and Martell came on this show, they talked about their own infidelities. They talked about everything that happened in their own life. And when you're on a reality TV show, everybody on this, when you put your shit out there, everybody's gonna talk about it. Okay, so I don't know why everybody keeps on bringing that part of where they talked about her. Of course they did. They're all on the show, and in turn, now that stuff is happening to them, she's talking about them like it's nothing. She talking about them just like they talked about her, because that's what we do on a reality show. Everybody, everybody, you know, when you put your shit out there, that's what it is. And Shan, girl, let's not do it. I didn't say anything was wrong with her talking about Maurice. I could give a fuck about her talking about Maurice if you really want to be technical about it. I don't give a fuck about her talking about Maurice. You ain't heard me say not one time that I give a shit about her talking about Maurice. Maurice is the one who got a DUI. If he didn't get no DUI, it wouldn't be shit to talk about. So therefore, I don't know what that's about, but I don't give a fuck about her talking about Maurice. Okay, I don't care about her talking about Maurice. That ain't even my gripe. My gripe about it is that you ain't being genuine about the whole thing. That's my gripe about the whole situation. And no, I ain't saying you meant it like that, Shan, but I'm just saying that whenever we talk about stuff like this, and whenever someone gives their opinion about this situation, that's the first thing that people bring up and say to you is that, well, they talked about Mel, they talked about Mel, they talked about Mel. Of course they did. They put their shit on blast for everybody to talk about. And of course they did that because that's a part of the reality TV game. When you're a part of reality TV and something happens to you and you choose to put it out there, it's up for discussion. So right now, Maurice's DUI is up for discussion. I don't think anybody has a problem with her talking about the DUI. I just think that it's the way she's going about it. And she's going about it like she gives a fuck when she knows she don't. It's not genuine. It's not genuine. She don't give a shit. That's my whole thing about it. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Chalaki. And while we're at it, when people were talking about Mel's business or speaking on her, she had her reaction to people talking about her, right? So if we're all talking about what was said about other folks' situations and things like that, then you know she felt some type of way folks were talking about her. So just like she got the right to talk about them because they was talking about her, I guess they got a right to get upset or feel some kind of way when she says what she says about them. I mean, everybody got a right to feel however they feel. Where was I at? Letitia reminds Kimmy that at some point in time they all agreed that they were going to have a conversation with one another if they felt some kind of way about something. And you know, Kimmy, and that's one of the reasons why Kimmy is feeling the way that she is, I guess. I don't know. Chris and Neil. So Chris confronts Neil about not wanting to do the 30th anniversary. She was saying that the budget is busted because little Kristen been to jail 3 times and she has paid for it all 3 times. And my thing is, well, why are you paying for it? Why Chris ain't pay for it? Why Chris didn't help you pay for it, girl? That's the part I'm trying to figure out now. Not you paying for everything and Chris just sitting around here chilling. For real though. Like, why are you sitting up here having to pay for every damn thing that he had going on? That's crazy. And then she said that her mom is gone and you know she really don't feel like celebrating because her mom was gone and things like that. And so you know, she said she's tired of grieving, she's tired of talking about it, she's tired of feeling some kind of way about it and things like that. So it's kind of like hold on, y'all. feeling some type of way about the whole situation, and she just doesn't want to feel things right now. And I understand where she's coming from. I mean, it is what it is. So it's just it is what it is. Um, so that was pretty much that scene. Melody went to Kimmy about Melody went to Kimmy first, but she said she wasn't gonna say anything about it, about the DUI. She said she wasn't gonna say anything about it. Well, she wasn't gonna talk about it because it was an open case. That's why she didn't want to talk about it. And it ain't her open case, it's Maurice's open case. Kimmy's issue is the lipstick. That's what her issue is. Her issue is talking about the lipstick and insinuating that Maurice is cheating on her. That's what the issue is. They didn't and don't give a crap about her either. They were always disingenuous. They're all disingenuous at this point. So let's not make one better than the other one. Everybody's fake. Everybody's on here pretending to be cool. Everybody's in everybody's business, and no one gives a fuck about what the other person is going through. Let's just call a spade a spade. I know it's the popular thing to do around these parts when it comes down to LAMH is to only pinpoint what other people is doing, but not what everybody's favorite is doing. Everybody's doing the same motherfucking shit, which is why this show is a clown show, and which is why it's not good. Ain't nobody genuinely friends. No one really gives a fuck about each other, and that's just the truth. And y'all can sit up here and be mad about that all day. I don't care. That's just the truth about the matter. Let's see. So Trisha and Marquez. Marquez says that he was uncomfortable that whole party, which I knew that he was, but Ken made him uncomfortable at that party. I can't even lie. Marquez accused Trish of talking about him, but Trish says that her and Ken don't be talking about him. I honestly feel like they do be talking about Marquez, and it gets right back to him, and Marquez do be talking about them. I think all three of them talk about each other again because they all three of them are childish. Trish doesn't care about the past. She's not here to discuss the past. Marquez says that the past is affecting the children. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, yeah, it probably is affecting the kids, the way that they're acting. Trish says, the only thing that I need for you to do is show up. You haven't been showing up for the kids in quite some time, which that's the way it looks to me. He ain't been showing up. Then they start arguing about what happened in the past. No one cares. And then they decide that they want to move forward. Marquez says that he wants to move back to Huntsville to do better by the kids. But at the same point in time, it's kind of like he'd rather stay here in Atlanta for all the different opportunities that he can get. So that's the facts of life about that. So, Trisha not really sure if he got it in him to move back to Huntsville, but she gonna wait around and see because it's all about the children. So Kimmy confronts Mel, and I was annoyed this whole motherfucking conversation. I was irritated this whole motherfucking conversation because I feel like Kimmy felt some kind of way, not more so about I don't think it's more so about the DUI. And I think she said that when she was, talking about it. You can discuss the DUI. I don't care about you discussing DUI. But it's when you go into it and now you starting to talk about lipstick and insinuating that there's cheating. When I saw you asked me about the DUI. And Mel said, yeah, I did. But you said that you wasn't going to talk about it. But I'm guessing because it was an open case and I understood that. So Kimmy was like, yeah, it's not really about the DUI. It's more so about the other stuff that you said to other people. You didn't bother to mention anything about no lipstick to me. So is it that you got some information or what? Like, what is it that you have that makes you believe that there's something like that that's going on? And so Melody says that she's not going to talk to her about that right now. And I'm looking at her like, well, why not? You could talk to Trisha about it. You could talk to Tisha about it. You could talk to them about it and talk about, lipstick and what was he doing at night and all that other stuff. I mean, you could talk to them about it. So why you can't have that same energy when she's taking you to task about it? That is my whole thing. Because the DUI is a public thing. It's out there in the news. He got a whole mug shot for it, I believe. It happened. It's up for grabs. It's up for discussion. You can talk about the DUI all goddamn day. But what else is going on for you to sit up here and talk about some cheating shit? If you're gonna have the balls to say that, then why don't you ask me that? Why are you asking everybody else? I felt like she was flat out playing in Kimmy's face this whole conversation. Sorry, not sorry. I feel like she was playing in her face that whole conversation. Why was this man's lips red? Where was he coming from? Why was he still drunk the following afternoon? Yes, too feisty. Questions that she should have asked Mel. Questions that she should have asked Kimmy in her face when she was sitting there. Why was she going around the world asking everybody else those questions? Maurice ain't they man. That's Kimmy man. Why won't she ask Kimmy those questions? I will respect her more if she was at those same questions that you're asking. Why won't she ask Kimmy those same questions instead of asking Tisha and Trisha? Maurice ain't none of they man. Ask Kimmy. And now that Kimmy bringing it to you, you want to play coy and you want to play passive aggressive and you want to play all that other shit. Don't nobody got time for that shit. Why are you so bold to go around the table and ask everybody else, not me? And I'm giving you the opportunity to ask me the same question. She tried in the garage. She did not try in that damn garage. All she wanted to do was talk about the DUI. She didn't say shit about no cheating shit. She didn't say shit about no lipstick. She didn't have none of that energy in that damn garage. She did not have none of that energy in that garage. So please, none of it. The energy wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same. And you was flat out gaslighting the shit out of her. And you played her. That's what you did. Couldn't have done that to me. Couldn't have. Just saying. Let me see. Now, if the situation was flipped, Mel would be demanding for answers. She can deflect when it's her turn, but expects explanations from everyone else. And that is true. That is very true. But I'm not even gonna harp on this for too long because this is pretty much the end of the episode. So I'm not gonna harp on this for too long because I really ain't got time for the bullshit when it come down to this. I feel like everybody wants to big up this vindictive ass shit that she doing, and everybody want to act like this is just so much fun and all this other bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's like, have the same energy. If you're gonna talk about it with other folks, talk about this shit with me. If you think my nigga cheating on me, don't go around the world talking about it to anybody else. Why don't you come over here and talk it to me? Talk about it with me. Drill me about my own nigga. Don't be drilling no other bitch about my nigga. Drill me about my nigga. If you notice red lipstick on my nigga's lips, then you come and talk to me about that. Because it comes across like you being messy as fuck when you're discussing it with other people and not discussing it with me. Just saying. And I don't care how nobody feels about that. That's just how I feel about it. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. Everybody has their turn. Everybody has their turn and all this other stuff. Let me see. None of them are her friends. The lipstick rumor was on social media. Mel was producing. Kim shut the whole conversation down before. This show is about over. Let it go. This is the thing that gets me with y'all. When y'all say, oh, Mel was producing, Mel was doing her job. Okay. So when Tisha brought up the Trish thing with Martell in front of Mel, was she just doing her job or was she trying to get a rise out of Mel? Don't answer at once, because I know what y'all gonna say. She did that to get a rise off of Mel versus doing her job. Y'all ain't got to answer that. I already know what y'all gonna say. That's the only thing that y'all been saying for the last few episodes when she done showed up to work and you know what I'm saying, showing up to work, being messy, and now that we're calling her out on her messiness, she's just doing her job. But when we're calling out people like Tisha when she being messy, or we called out Tiffany for being messy or whatever, you know, they're messy. But when she do it, she's just doing her job. So why can't everybody else get that same leeway that they were doing their job? That's all I'm saying. But hey, it is what it is. People gonna feel however they feel. People are gonna believe whatever they believe and do whatever. But you know, if she doing her job, she should have did her job in that scene with Kimmy and made that scene more than what it is. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But that's all I got for this episode. It really didn't give me shit. You know, the social media stuff that happened yesterday was more entertaining than this episode, but that's all I really got for it. So I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I'll see you guys for Potomac tonight, and then I'll see you guys for Married to Medicine tomorrow and the Whether You Like It or Not panel. I'll catch up with y'all at another time. Bye.